Cheese needs scary sounds. His Geisterbahn. So, as the Ruskin enjoyer that I am, I must say the truth that nobody wants to hear. Okay. We will never see a white-out jacket being accepted. Face Punch doesn't want it. Face Punch doesn't want it. Even though everybody in the game would absolutely adore it. White camouflage that keeps you warm in the snow. Goodness gracious. Imagine the amount of people that absolutely adore that. They could even sell it for $5 each. Easily do over 50,000 subscribers. We'll never see white-out jacket. We'll never see white-out jacket.
Male pattern baldness is inevitable. You will be bald. People will say you are from. You will be bald. Male pattern baldness is inevitable.
Good day, Ruskin enjoyers. Hope you're right, 'cause it's time for Abnormals. Now, before we proceed to do all the abnormal yapping, I just want to point out, next week, Abnormals will be 1 hour earlier for the next 6 months. With Face Punch being based in the UK, clocks do change. But with this upcoming weekend, we're seeing the clocks go back. That means if you're in Europe, oh my, you get to sleep a little bit more now. They will be 1 hour earlier, okay? So do keep this in mind. Tonight, it will be 1 a.m. UK time, but next week, it will be midnight. And it's so much better. All right, anyway, here we have the Rust store, and we're going to go ahead, look at all these abnormal skins and try and figure out what prices we might want to consider offering for them. And of course, with this Rust store, there's a lot of like regular skins that will only become marketable when the Rust store rotates. So we'll do some comparisons. We'll try and figure out what might be best to offer for all of them. You get the idea. So we're just going to jump straight in because we don't have that much time. We have 4 abnormals this week. Armory Garage Door, Iceberg Bed, with the BSAP, and we of course have the Phantom M39. Looking at this Armory Garage Door, initially I knew for a fact a lot of people kind of like accidentally bought it. What do you mean by that? A lot of people thought this had transparency. They saw that one picture here and they thought, oh, clearly you can see inside. That's like a room behind it. No, it was just a reflection. That is opaque. You can't actually see through it. So when you look at the comments here, a lot of people are like, oh, I bought this because I thought it'd see through. Oops. So yes, this is just a garage door. And there's nothing wrong with that. But there's still potential issues. There's still potential problems. What gives? Well, how many garage doors do we have this year? Oh. And how many more garage doors are we about to see? Oh yeah, Halloween. Uh-oh. So we've also just recently had the Twitch drop. The Base Invaders garage door, which had glow-in-the-dark and transparency. People got that for free. We've had far too many garage doors this year. It's just a ridiculous amount. But some of them might still work out quite alright, but the vast majority are expected to suffer. In a single year, we've seen 32 so far, and by the end of this year, I do expect a record-breaking amount of garage doors. With far too many skins being accepted, it's hard for these skins to stay in demand, look special. It's hard for them to maintain their price. And I'm sorry, but this Armory Garage Door, it's a perfectly fine design for what it is, but it's not like super insane and super unique. And I wouldn't be surprised if it drops off. So in regards to that price right there, even though it's selling for $2.49, I'm probably going to do 70 cents to $1. Sorry, but I just don't expect it to hold up. With the skins that we're about to see for Halloween, yeah, I can't help but assume people just go crazy for the potential things we might see, so okay. Iceberg Bed. With all due respect, you did sell quite a bit less, but it's only a little bit less. We recently saw the No Mercy bed only do, what, 22,500 subscribers? Well, this still did 17,000. Oh no, it's 18,000 now, there you go. I am expecting Halloween beds. Week 1 and week 2. So, how are you likely going to turn out? Well, I did actually ask the skin creator, hey Diaz, would you consider making a nice Iceberg Deplorable collection? And yeah, he's interested. Now, I've got to remind you, in the past, typically towards the end of the year, we've actually seen quite a lot of like ice-themed collections being built up. I wouldn't be surprised if he succeeds with this. What interesting Iceberg Deplorable skins would you like to see being made? Door? Well, that's been done before. What about a locker? What about a chair? What about a table? Ooh, that might be pretty cool. But it's not like a guarantee that's going to be A-okay. And with more skins expected on the horizon, there could be potential problems, okay? Now, I've already discussed this with all the recent bed skins, but once we see the handmade LMG skins coming in, are we still going to see bed skins being accepted? Or are we going to, like, calm down now? Will we start seeing tons upon tons of handmade LMGs being accepted in rust stores, and then we probably don't see another bed skin for, well, maybe not until, like, Christmas time? This is definitely something we have to keep track of, something that we have to, you know, measure. Because with December, we're also expecting the tactical gloves, and potentially for January, we might know what's coming now. Hasn't been announced, but we might know, okay? So we'll save that in a bit, or you can look in the description right now, scroll down to chapters and skip ahead if you want to. So anyway, looking at that, I'm still a little bit unsure. Now, if I could look at the skins for the previous week, that's still in the positive, to my surprise. So is that true? Yeah, you're $4. I am surprised by that. With the amount of sales it got, I honestly thought there were going to be problems. So I'll keep an eye on this. For the moment, for the time right now, it's good. But what happens when we start seeing a lot more Halloween designs and some other glow-in-the-dark designs? Will that still hold up? I am questioning it, but for now, short term, it is actually holding on. So props to that. The No Mercy bed as well is actually still holding up. Just about though. It's only slightly profitable. The borders are somewhat there. I'm not sure if it's going to have a bit of an awkward time as we go through Halloween. Lots of skins are still expected to be a little bit, but we are getting closer and closer to post-Christmas. So perhaps I should respect that in the short term, maybe the Iceberg Bed should still be somewhat okay. And if we do see collections being built from it, much like how I assumed, maybe we could see like a tropical deplorable collection being built out. I do expect it to work out pretty interestingly. But I still kind of don't feel 100% confident. Perhaps I just think far too much in the long term. So for that, I think I'm going to do... maybe I could do $1 to $1.50. But I am concerned. I'm now starting to consider more in regards to the short term. And it might take a while until we start seeing a lot more bed skins. Perhaps it won't be as bad as backpack skins from like the past year. 36 backpack skins being accepted within 365 days. And for 4 months, we saw consecutive backpack after backpack after backpack after backpack. It didn't stop, did it? So, all right. Hopefully it's not as bad as that. Hopefully things do work out all right. So yeah, $1 to $1.50 for this. We're learning about beds. BSAP. In my 48-hour analysis, I'm always questioning how much each of the skins likely will sell. So I looked at all the skins. I thought the Armory garage store would do between 18 to 21,000 subscribers. Hey, not too bad there. I thought the Iceberg Bed would do between 16 to 19,000 subscribers. Not too bad. But in regards to the Night Demon boots and gloves and the BSAP, I thought all 3 of them would do at least 11 to 13,000 subscribers. And based on what I'm looking at here, it sold less. I've had this discussion over here, talk about like low sales and potential nice things that could happen. Because this rush store, like, not too many people are super like invested, interested. Like, I'm not surprised. It's a bit of a lull period before we have Halloween. But for transparent aim sight SEP, will people care enough? Will people crave it? Will people desire it? Will it go up in price quite nicely in the future? I have put a short video out showcasing it. I kind of get the expectation that it could be performing better compared to the recent skins. But let me just point out the recent skins have been pretty, yeah, not exactly doing super great. Now, if I can recall, didn't Modern Military SEP also have the transparency? So let's quickly switch over to here. I'm fully well aware of the Counter-Strike things. I'm fully well aware. That didn't have transparency. Someone mentioned that. But anyway, I'm under the impression the BSAP is the only transparent aim sight SEP. I know we had the Hedge SEP. Did that have it? I don't remember. But I know it had that special glow on the back that helped out quite a lot. So at the moment, you're interesting, you're special, and you didn't sell that much. Perhaps, as time goes on, it will be appreciated, and there's only so many to go around, all right? So we'll keep an eye on this. But in terms of what do I want to offer, this one's going to be a little bit tricky. I think I might do $1.20 to $1.70. Could it dip? Could we see all of these skins in this rush store potentially go slightly below the rush store price? I wouldn't be surprised. But I don't imagine it'd be that much, especially for this SEP in particular. So with a sheer lack of sales, still quite a bit, but a lot less than what I would like. If this came out during the summer, if that came out during the summer with its transparent aim sight, I wouldn't have been surprised if it would have done at least 20,000 subscribers. Do you understand me? So the fact that it came out in this lull period, perhaps sold far too little compared to what it should have done, in theory. I think, yeah, $1.20 to $1.70. If you're feeling a little bit more confident, jump in, offer a bit more. But yeah. Could we also start to see a whole lot more bee skins being made? Skin creators haven't been able to make skins for the past 2 weeks. They've had like a forced vacation, I guess you could say. But are we going to start seeing the bee weapons being made with transparent aim sights? And then we have like another sort of heat seeker collection. And if that happens, ooh. So what? Will the skin creator consider doing a transparent aim sight like the heat seekers are? Could we get an actual good transparent aim sight? The heat seeker 8A doesn't really have a transparent aim sight. It's a bit of odd. But anyway, cool. So we'll leave it at that. $1.20 to $1.70. Phantom M39. I've got nothing against the design of it, but it's the fact that we've just had far too many M39 skins in such a short amount of time. And like, look at all of them. Down 55, down 57, down 59, down 46, down 51. They are dropping. Not all of them down to $1, but like close. So you're selling for $2.49. Like last week, the Viridian M39, based on like a few more, like, well, we've got probably another 20 hours until the restore rotates. This will be the lowest selling skin so far this year, and it still went down by half. I don't think there's demand for M39 skins. Let me just say that. Yeah, you get the idea. So, with far too many skins being accepted in a short amount of time, I wouldn't be surprised if it drops off down to $1. I think we're going to stick with a 60 cent to 80 cent barter there. So, cool. Now, the regular skins. Pirate Backpack. So you have done 17,200 subscribers, and we're fully well aware that the Pirate Collection, when it initially came out in 2023, these skins sold absolutely absurd numbers. 40 to 50,000 subscribers on average for Tier 2, Tier 3, and hoodie and pants. Okay. What about those boots recently? Do you remember we got like the random pair of boots? The boots did only 13,000 subscribers, and they've been comfortably in the positive ever since then. Only up by 30% though. These did like 30,000 subscribers less compared to all those other skins, and yet it's only up by 30%. Huh. So what I'm saying is, right now most skins should be down pretty bad. It is October. Pirate Backpack. You're going to be slotted into a collection that does very nicely. It is fairly in demand, of course, because, well, a nice budget alternative to Blackout. But also, as we get closer and closer to the Naval Update, people are seemingly looking at this batch of skins. Pirate Sheep Door has been bought out. Pirate Garage Door has been bought out. These skins are already in the green. As I said before, they were treated as a very nice and affordable Blackout alternative. But are people actually going to be jumping in and buying and wearing these on pirate ships? November Force Wipe. Like, is it stereotypically piratey themed enough? I'm not sure. But regardless, during the summer, all the black backpacks actually did quite alright, even though the original ones sold a little bit too much. Blackout Backpack, you did 54,400 subscribers. It's only down by 11% at the moment. Legacy Kevlar Backpack, you sold a very reasonable amount, 23,000, almost 24,000 subscribers, only down by 10%. Recently, we saw the Training Backpack, that's only down by 18% at the moment. But during the summer, this was getting close to like $4, and this right here, also around the same price as well. Training Backpack, you kind of came out more recently-ish, and you're doing all right for a while, but yeah. Starting to see far too many black backpacks, perhaps. Maybe it's not going to be perfectly fine. Maybe it just stays even, because this is listed at $1.49. Maybe I might just stick with like a 80 cent to $1.20 barter. I can see it holding quite nicely. It hasn't sold an absurd amount. In comparison to the rest of the skins in its set, it should be quite alright. But, yeah, I think we're just going to stick with 80 cents to $1.20. Night Demon Boots and Gloves. So, as I mentioned, when I've grouped up all three of these skins, I thought all three of them were going to do between 11 to 13,000 subscribers. And yes, that has in fact happened. 12,200 here and 10,900 here. In comparison to the rest of the set, these two, well, they did between 12 to 14,000 subscribers. And these two, they did 15 to 15,500 subscribers. These two have sold the least, confirmed. Now, if we do see the Tier 2, oh yes, that's going to spike them on, spike in price ever so nicely. But that's not happening for another 2 weeks. That is not happening for another 2 whole weeks. So, that might be a bit of a concern. It might be a little bit of a worry. So, okay, understood. But, if you're optimistic, and you do believe maybe around November 4th swipe, we'll see Night Demon Tier 2 being accepted, we'll go for it. Regardless, at 99 cents each and selling a very reasonable amount each, I can't help but assume they'll probably just like stick around their price. Perhaps they may, they may dip a little bit. Perhaps they might go down by like 5%. But like, if you're not feeling that confident, I think maybe a nice 70 cent to 80 cent barter should be okay. But we have to see, does the collection remain fairly in demand? Do we actually see it being completed? Tier 2, is it going to happen? We're still not sure. We would like to hope and see it happen, so yeah, here's hoping. Sword Sword, 60 cents to 80 cents. People do not care about Savage Sword skins. I said that when I first saw it. You can see all the recent skins. They're all down to about $1. I'm sorry to say. Very cool, unique design, but people don't care about the Savage Sword skins. Sorry. Senor Tomato Miner Hat. So, yes. With some of the skins, I genuinely thought they were going to sell like next to nothing. In regards to the Miner Hat, and the fridge, I can say both, I thought they'll do between 7,000 to 8,000 subscribers. Yes, the Miner Hat is currently in that position, and I did mention it as I talked about all the skins not selling that much. So, due to a sheer lack of sales, could that probably turn around and end up in a very, very favourable position? Perhaps, but I want to say this, right? It's literally sitting here selling at 99 cents. There's not that many that have been bought. Perhaps it might just do okay with not that many listings on the Steam market. But then again, is the Senor Tomato collection in demand? Not really. The skins are okay. I would love to see some other skins being accepted, but whilst the skin creators tried, not all of them have been accepted. But in regards to Miner Hats as well, you sold for 99 cents. You did almost 32,000 subscribers. How many listings do you have now? Just over 100, which is kind of quite a lot. Not a ridiculous amount, but still kind of quite a lot. It's not too bad. Around January time, maybe you could recover quite nicely. So, yeah, a lot of people bought that because they desired it, they wanted it, it craved it. It's a very cool, awesome looking Miner Hat. An Angelic Halo, still slightly in the positive, still doing somewhat okay. So I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, well, that's the really goofy one. People want that for a very specific reason. But Senor Tomato, what's special about you? Could we see like a primitive set being made next? It'd be cool, it'd be nice. But yeah, do you want to run around with a big red hat on your head? Probably not the best idea if you're going to run around in the forest or the plains, the fields. So yeah, that's also a bit of a concern. So what do? I can't really imagine it dropping off that bad, but maybe I just want to play it safe. Maybe I'm better off just doing like a 60 cent to 70 cent barter. Perhaps it won't be so bad as we get closer and closer to January time, but look at it again around February, March, April, when we go through the Easter dip. Oh, so, okay. Bones fridge. Currently, right now, you are not the lowest selling fridge. In that video I mentioned, we did bring up the Easter neon fridge. Sold next to nothing. And to this day, because with all the people that do own it, none of them want to list it below $3. It's just slowly built itself up with more and more buy orders. So whilst it might look very nice and profitable, it's literally due to the fact that people just did not buy enough. It's not like someone can just turn up and say, I'm going to unload tons of stock. They can't do that because they didn't buy it. So over to here, you'll notice that the price is just kind of held quite nicely. Let me remove the liquidity. Hasn't really jumped or dropped too much. It's just stable because, again, people can't just unload tons and tons and tons of stock. So as you'll notice here, only 3 sales have happened today. Well then. Now just to remind you, that did 2,500 less subscribers compared to the Bones fridge. With the amount of fridges we've seen so far this year, it's just getting more and more ridiculous. Now you might sit there and say, but Hedge, it's got transparency, it's cool, it's unique. Fair enough, we've had some other transparent designs, but anyway. Bone collection is not in demand. It's not holding up, it's not doing great. There's been other attempts for transparent deplorables, and whilst you can see it right there, they down half in price. So I'm not really sure how I'm going to approach this, but I think I might just be better off with a buy order. I think for this, I'm just going to do 80 cents to $1.10. I can't imagine we have that many fridges below $1, so let's just quickly find out what is the lowest selling fridge right now. Now, I can't confirm, at $1.49, yeah, it's already the lowest, paired up with the Neon Pies fridge. So maybe it can't really struggle that much. Oh no, hang on a minute, you got Nuke Room fridge right there. Oh no, you got more there. I might need a better pair of glasses. So, yeah, point made. It doesn't seem to drop off that much. 80 cents to $1.10 should be quite alright, so, alright, fair enough. But remember, if you truly want a skin, not everything has to be an investment. Just go buy it. Treat yourself. Buy it, use it, enjoy it. Support the skin creators. Keep them nice and motivated. Keep all about nice creative designs in the future, okay? So, yeah, that's pretty much everything. And I've only got like 4 minutes left, or 3 minutes. Let's just quickly wrap up and proceed to do the barders, because I do have a lot of things to say in regards to tomorrow's Rust Door and things potentially in the future. Like I said, we might know what potentially might be the next Skinnable after December. So, what's it going to be? Well, you're going to have to wait and see. So, let's now skip ahead. So I'm here, it's been a minute, and, oh, there you go. Now, okay, now it appears. Thank you, blimey. All right, so let's go put you down here. Click, right. Right, so, not all of the skins have been posted. Interesting, very interesting. So I can put that down. I see a lot of barders have been put down, but they're not very high. Iceberg Bed, no. Okay, Armory garage door, yep. Do I even want to chase after you? I mean, I might offer a little bit, but I'm not that keen. So I'll just request 20. There you go. And Iceberg Bed still hasn't appeared. Oh, there's a lot of barders on this sap. Wow. Okay, that's a lot already. I want to go over here and do my second buy order. So, yep, this is my... No. This is my recount. Ta-da. So, I do want to do an extra barder on the B sap. I was thinking about it. I was questioning it. I'm looking at it. Maybe I offer around this. To figure out the prices. There you go. Right, so, yep, that's me. I'm done. And I'll leave it at that. We'll see how things progress. And, oh, well, should have prepared for that beforehand. Do a practice buy order before you do everything. So, it's been about 2.5 hours. Bit longer with the wait because we had a Counter-Strike update, and it led to the covert skins being able to be used in trade-ups to get knives and gloves. Yeah, Valve might have been... They might have been a bit silly, a bit wild there. Kind of... You could consider it a bit of a blessing that we don't have, like, super special rare knives and gloves in, you know, Rust, but, yeah, that happened to Counter-Strike, and, yeah, prices are kind of going down at the moment. Not everything, in fact, like all skins in general, like the weapon skins are doing well. But anyway, we're focusing Rust. Rust skins. 4 abnormals. Let's start yapping about them. So as you might notice, the prices do appear to be in the green at the moment. But hey, will it last? That's the good question. So, BSAP. 10 to 11,000 subscribers. Not that much sales. And I did say earlier, if this was the summertime, if this was accepted in a summertime Rust Door, that very likely would have done about 20,000 subscribers. That would be my guess. Just a little bit of transparency, but even then, people most likely will care. If many people are aware of its transparency, I could see it doing quite all right. And if you're going to question, well, it's only a little bit. Well, you know what? The Heatseeker Revolver only has a little bit of transparency, but right now that's pushing up to $9. With the recent changes to the workbenches, the blueprint fragments, getting a tier 2 workbench is a bit problematic. Now, I know they kind of like alleviated how hard it is with the amount of like blueprint fragments you need, but still, some people are struggling. So revolvers have been appreciated a whole lot more, and that led to that going up in price oh so nicely. With just a little bit of transparency and a collection that's fairly in demand, yeah, that has just gone, it's tripled in price. So yeah, if you have a question, but the BSAP only has a little bit of transparency, people won't care that much. What about this? Just saying. So perhaps people will, and perhaps the skin creator will consider making some more interesting weapon skins with a whole lot of transparency. So, AK-47, ooh. Nice competitor to the Heatseeker collection. We'll have to wait and see. Because, of course, the next 2 Rust Doors, they, of course, are Halloween Rust Doors. So, yeah, we might have a few problems. But I don't really see it dropping off too badly. So, if we're to look at the buy orders, you might notice that we've got plenty of barders below $1. Slightly decent amounts, you know, just above $1. $1.50 and, yeah, just under $2. So, honestly, it's not too bad. But is it going to retain the full $2.49 price? Ooh, we might have some issues initially. But if we see the workbench changes being reverted, potentially, you know, being alleviated a little bit more, well, maybe we don't have to worry about the sap too much, the actual weapon itself. Skins should hopefully still stay in demand, because with the recent skins we've seen over the past year, unfortunately, they haven't been super great, have they? New BSAP, it's interesting. The barders are looking pretty sweet, but I think you could still put down like a $2.20 barder, save about 30 cents each. It wouldn't surprise me if it does slightly dip below its Rust Door price a little bit for a short while. but we are steering closer and closer to post-Christmas now. January time, January 2026. Perhaps it probably won't even go down. It might just be stable for a while. Then it goes up. We've got to keep an eye on that, right? So I've definitely made like the short video showcasing its capabilities, its useful transparent aim sight and whatnot. So perhaps around December time, when people have time off, they'll start jumping back and playing Rust again. And I noticed this, and they'll probably appreciate it. And if there's only so many to go around, 11,000 subscribers, I said, maybe we could see that rise up here so nicely. So cool. But I probably think you're better off with a Barda. So all right, cool. Next, we have the Iceberg Bed. Could we see the collection continuations? Could we have an Iceberg collection? We'll see. $2.49, and we've got Bardas going all the way up to $1.80. If you truly thought that this could work out quite all right, it doesn't have ridiculous numbers in terms of sales, but it's still quite a bit, almost 20,000 subscribers. Well, maybe you probably don't want to buy some, maybe better off with a buy order. Looking at the layout of all of this, 200, 30, 20. Cool, that's a bit of a funny one. So anyway, based on what I'm seeing here, it does glow, but it doesn't glow super noticeably. And after seeing last week's neon bed just end up perfectly fine, like really in a positive, maybe this could do just as good. With it not glowing as bright, I kind of don't think that's going to happen. But with collection continuations, a full proper Iceberg collection, okay, maybe that might be interesting. But what we have here, when we have the Halloween Rust stores tomorrow and next week, how many bed skins are we going to see? And are they going to be bright and noticeable with their glow in the dark? Because there's like 10 beds submitted and 8 of them happen to glow. I will not be surprised in the slightest if we see at least 2 bed skins this year for Halloween. But will we see an absurd number of skins being accepted, like the backpack, starting from November 2024 to this current point right now, 35 skins in total? Yeah. I'm happy with the barter I did in this. I think I'm here, the $1.58 here, and I've got my barter here at like $1.11. I think I wanted to do more correct prices, but again, I don't fully know my currency in exchange with USD. It keeps changing, so yeah. I think we're probably better off. Like, if you truly wanted to buy a bunch of these today, just put down a $2 barter. Everything you pick up will be 50 cents cheaper. Should be quite alright, so alright, fair enough. But if you truly wanted a skin, remember, you could just buy a skin. Not everything has to be an investment. Yeah, cool. Phantom M39, well, with all the M39 skins being accepted somewhat recently, in such a short amount of time, yeah, it's not surprising to see that the price here doesn't even go above $1. $2.49 can barely get a barter up to $1. I will not be surprised in the slightest if that does end up going to around $1. It really wouldn't surprise me, so okay. Sorry to say. It's got the transparency, but still, even then, I don't think people care enough about M39s. I'll keep an eye on this, though, so yeah. And then the Armory garage door. We questioned if people were actually buying you because they wanted you or they thought you were something else. You do have a decent amount of barders. You are the top selling skin, over 20,000 subscribers, but I can't see it retaining that price. But the possibility where tomorrow we could see a cute Halloween garage door being accepted, I can't help but assume that's going to get lost in a shuffle. It's just a perfectly fine standard garage door that has glow in the dark but doesn't like to have transparency. It's very likely to get dropped off. Like it's very likely to drop off and struggle, and you get the idea. So I think if you truly wanted this, you could just probably put down like a $1 barter. I think eventually you will be picking these up. I'm not joking. I will not be surprised in the slightest if it drops off by at least half its price. So okay, cool. So that's all the abnormal skins that we had to talk about. Now we can talk about what to expect tomorrow. So for tomorrow, okay, we are of course expecting the Halloween Rust Store, week 1. And with these skins, it's supposed to be the contest winners for week 1. How many skins are going to be accepted, considering we had 322 submissions? I'm rolling with the expectation that week 2 will have more skins accepted compared to week 1. But yeah, how big is this Rust Store going to be? Like, how many skins are there going to be? Don't forget about the returning items. We're expecting like the Witch's Cauldron, the Fogger, the Dracula Cape to make their return. In fact, go to SCMM, type in Halloween, and you'll see it all for yourself. Dracula Cape isn't in this for some reason, unfortunately. But yeah, I am definitely not expecting the return of Scarecrow, Jack-o'-lantern Happy, and Jack-o'-lantern Angry. I am not expecting them returning, including Surgeon Scrubs and Skull Door Knocker. Tomorrow, we're also seeing the introduction of the Halloween Wallpaper Pack. Out of all these items, I believe something's not going to get brought back. Something's going to get left behind, I reckon. But which skin will it be? I don't know. Got to keep an eye on it. But once the rust store has rotated, look and see what's actually been added with the skins. And if you notice, like a large candle set, if that wasn't brought back, do not be surprised if it's going to spike in price ever so nice, which happened a good 2 years ago. Right then. So, in regards to that, that's fine. But when is the actual update going to go through? The Halloween update is going to appear on October 23, most likely around 7 PM UK time in the evening. Will the rust store happen just before or just after? That is expected, but like, do not be surprised if we see the rust store around 6 PM UK time, like an hour before the actual update, okay? How many skins do you reckon will be accepted? And have you been keeping up to date with my Rust Workshop skin checks? More specifically, because of course I can't like showcase new skin submissions. No new skins have been submitted over the past 2 weeks. I did bingo. I asked my Discord server, hey, here's some bingo cards. Go ahead, pick out all the Halloween skins you reckon will be accepted. And I went ahead and I actually like grabbed all of them, brought them in game, and I showcased them. Now, what I also did was I went to micro522.com. This will keep you informed in regards to what skins. Oh, what's this? Ah, something's going on there. It must be for a server. Sorry, I thought that was a Twitch drop. You could go ahead and you can see which Halloween skins have better overall score. Now, if you want to understand what score is on the Steam Workshop, it's upvotes, downvotes, favourites, views, it's various different things. But we have like an overall score, and certain Halloween skins, oh yeah, they had a lot of support behind them, and that's what I showcased in the video. So by all means, consider giving our a good watch. I uploaded it earlier today, and there are, of course, there are chapters. Every single skin I showcase also has this Steam Workshop page as well, so it's up to you. It's only about 30 minutes long, which is a big surprise from Hedge. But yeah, you get a lovely quick look at some of the skins that you might potentially see tomorrow. So cool. A nice early insight, a nice little sort of preview. Is there anything else we should talk about? Well, you could probably go give this a watch if you haven't seen it. I did discuss the potential problems with low-selling skins, potential positives with low-selling skins. We'll see how everything turns out, but everything has matched up to expectation in regards to the 48-hour analysis. Now, who knows, if the rust store isn't rotated like around the same time as the update tomorrow, let's say it was super late instead, okay, we might see something different happen. Very likely a lot of people wait to the last second to make a move, then, jump in, make the investments, purchases, you get the idea, so we'll see. But in regards to tomorrow, I will be streaming and showcasing the skins. I'm taking part in an escape room. I'm not sure if we're definitely doing it tomorrow, but I am going to be on the Art of Rust server. And on the Art of Rust server, we'll be building some things, some nice Halloween things and whatnot. It's going to be nice and enjoyable. So you're more than welcome to come visit. Look in the description, you'll see links to all my socials. Of course, my Twitch link is there, so feel free to jump in and say hello. And yeah, that's pretty much everything they need to worry about. Do not forget, next week, clocks are changing in the UK. Abnormals will be an hour earlier. If you're not sure about when it is, just come visit me on my stream. I'm streaming right now. So just look at twitch.facebook.com and yeah, you get the idea. Right. An extra thing to talk about. On the commits, I'm sure you're fully well aware we're seeing the likes of an Arctic Pack DLC being worked on. Paintball gun. Oh, okay. I wonder if it stings. Ooh. Then over to here, something's being worked on. What is it? The wolf headdress has been updated. Now, why would the wolf headdress be updated? Well, perhaps they want to make sure it looks like more up to date. Maybe to make sure it looks nice on a mannequin and whatnot. Or maybe this could be an early insight for this potentially becoming the next skinnable. So we know for a fact that, well, with this month, for October, beds became skinnable. For November Force Wipe, we're going to see the handmade LMG become skinnable. And in December, we're going to see the tactical gloves become skinnable. We don't know what happens after that. But why on earth did they decide to update the wolf headdress? Well, we'll have to wait and see, yes. But then again, they also mention candle hat repos and burlap head wrap. There's other things being mentioned here. Maybe we're just kind of assuming things and we might get it wrong. So, all right, cool. But it would be nice. I know a lot of people would love to see some wolf headdress skins. I know you're going to mention the Lunar New Year masks. Technically speaking, they're not really skins, but they are, but you get the idea. Exact same stats as the wolf headdress. And over to here, more things are being worked on in regards to the workshop, so not too bad. I'm certainly not going to complain. Cool, so that is essentially everything that needed to be said. Now, of course, you want to stay up to date with all the new updates and whatnot. You could go ahead and watch Mr. Protox. So, yep, large oil rig. It's going to have scientist boats spawn around it. The regular boats that we have in Rust at the moment, they're going to end up with about 75% less health. And yeah, so new mechanics in regards to with the brand new ghost ship. When you try and attempt to hack the crate, scientists will spawn in with boats and they're going to jump in and try and attack you. And this is where I found out about the wolf headdress. That's that's nice to see. So cool. Thank you very much there, Mr. Protox. So yeah, overall, I've said all I can. I've been trying my best to keep everybody informed in regards to Halloween skins. I've been showcasing Halloween skin after Halloween skin after Halloween skin after Halloween skin. So yeah, we'll see how that turns out. Are you looking forward to it? Are you happy to run around and look for candy? Oh yes. Go for the comment below if you're looking forward to everything. And best of luck with you and your investments. And yeah, that's it. That's pretty much everything. So yeah, Halloween, just about to go through it. We should start seeing prices improve now. And of course, Christmas. It's only getting closer. Around November time, yes, you should start to see your Christmas skins start to rise up in price. Just, just the beginning. And with November 4 swipe, I should probably go ahead, grab every single skin I currently have in all my accounts, stick it on one account, and we'll see how much I can sell over the course of the 2 months from November to the beginning of January. That's everything. So thank you very much for watching me. I greatly appreciate it. Best of luck to each and every single one of you. And yeah, go for the comment below. I'll link it one more time. I'm going to put the link of all the Halloween skins. What do you crave, yearn, desire to see being accepted? Feel free to comment below. And that's it. That's a wrap. To catch you later. See you and goodbye.
I don't want it anymore.
I told you I put a good effort into it. Listen to the whole thing, damn it.
So what is that? So Hedge meets Gollum?
If you want it, you can say Gollum noises. You needed something like that. Don't tell me you didn't want that.
I wanted that. It's perfect.
There's more. There's so much more cheese. I can't hear it now.
Can't breathe.
I thought it was pretty good.